Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Remember, I told you I had something for you? Well, let's get her done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a place that I've been that I fell head over heels in love with. It's called Martha's Vineyard, and I want to tell you a little bit about Martha's Vineyard today. It is it's about 45 minutes off the coast of Woods Hole, Massachusetts. It is non commercialized, meaning Burger King and uh, McDonald's wanted to come in there, and the island was like, we're not doing that. So forget that. They didn't want it to be commercialized. It is very seasonal, meaning off season, a lot of things are closed. Um, which is fine with me because when I visited, all I want to do for the most part is go to the beach anyway, even in the wintertime. I've actually gone to the beach with my winter coat on, hat, gloves, and everything because just wanted to be by the beach. So I'm gonna give you some information. I basically there's a uh, native reservation that is on Martha's Vineyard. I think it could be on Chappaquiddick. I'm trying to remember, but it's called Wampanoag Tribe. And I tell you what, I look exactly like them. I'm Native American, and maybe I've got Wampanoag blood in me. I don't know, but I saw the tail end of a documentary, and I'm looking at them, and I'm just like, I fit right in with them. So who knows what's in my bloodline? Who freaking knows? A little bit of everything, I'm thinking. All right, so let's get started. Martha's Vineyard is an island of glacial origin off of the southeastern coast of Massachusetts, United States, 4 miles across Vineyard Sound from the mainland, which is Cape Cod. It accounts for most of the territory and population of Dukes County, Massachusetts. The island can be covered in one whole day. Okay. So my friend and I have covered the island. Literally get in the car and you cover the entire island in a day, in a few hours. The island is some 20 miles long and 2 to 10 miles wide and rises 311 feet above sea level at its highest point. Its coastline is characterized by numerous inlets and ponds scaled by sand spits from the sea. It was probably sighted by many early navigators, but was first recorded in 1602 by Bartholomew Gosnold and Gabriel Archer. The two explorers named it for its many vines and for Martha, Gosnold's daughter. Purchased by Thomas Mayhew in 1641 and settled the following year, it was considered part of New York. I didn't know that. What? But was seeded in 1692 to Massachusetts. In 1695, it was incorporated into Dukes County along with the Elizabeth Islands, which are west, and Chappaquiddick Island, which is east, and the island called No Man's Land or No Man's Land southwest. Early attempts at farming, brick making, and fish smoking gave way in the 18th and 19th centuries to the development of whaling and fishing enterprises based at Edgartown, which was incorporated in 1671, which was boasted the world's largest sperm oil candle factory. So they get the sperm oil from the sperm whale to make candles and whatever else they use the oil for. The economy now depends on summer yachting and tourism. Martha's Vineyard is divided among the resort towns, which are called townships of Tisbury, Vineyard Haven, Oak Bluffs, Edgartown, West Tisbury, Chilmark, and Aquina, which was formerly Gayhead. And it was formerly that until 1997, so now it's called Aquina, named for the multicolored cliffs found there. Descendants of Wampanoag Indians that inhabited the island in the 17th century now live in Aquina, which features a historic lighthouse. In 1799, it was rebuilt in the 1850s. Martha's Vineyard State Forest is at the center of the island. Area County 104 square miles, 269 square kilometers. Population county 2004, or in 2000 it was 14,987 people. And as of 2010, 16,460 people. So basically, my friend and I had um, traveled from, let's see, I flew into New York the last time we went, which was years ago. I flew into New York, LaGuardia Airport, and then he went and got the vehicle, which took forever because of traffic, forever. And then we headed to Martha's Vineyard. So basically, what happens is if you're going to put your boat, excuse me, let's get it together, shall we? Okay, if you're going to put your car on the ferry, which you obviously can do, your truck, your car, whatever vehicle you have, you make a reservation with them, and they literally have you in a line. So there's like, it looks like parking lots, and there's slots, and you're assigned a slot that you could sit in your car and wait until it's your turn to drive onto the ferry. Um, so we drove to Woods Hole, Massachusetts, and then we were, oh my God, the traffic from New York all the way to Massachusetts, the traffic was absolutely insane. So by the time we got there, we had lost our reservation, and so the guy, when we got there, it was cool. They worked it out. He basically said, "Yeah, you guys were supposed to be here hours ago." We're like, "Yeah, we got stuck in traffic, a lot of traffic." He's like, "No problem, we'll work it out." So you go to Woods Hole, you go ahead and get in line, and you wait your turn. Once you put your vehicle on the ferry, then you just basically get out of your, obviously put your car in park and emergency brake, whatever else you need to do. And then you get up, go to the rest of the boat, and you could get something to eat, something to drink, coffee, whatever, and just enjoy the 45-minute ride to the island. So let's see here. Chappaquiddick is only, it's not that far. Chappaquiddick is where the Kennedys live. Chappaquiddick is also where Edward Ted Kennedy went over the side of the unmarked bridge there, and his passenger drowned. He didn't care. He was like, sayonara, whatever, and left her there to drown. Now, I have actually stood on that bridge, the original bridge, and when I looked into the water, it's crystal clear. It gives you the impression that the water's not that deep, but it is. It's pretty deep, and she wasn't able to get out of the vehicle, and he didn't give a shit. He saved himself. When my friend and I went back to Chappaquiddick, which is just a hop, you put your boat on, keep saying boat. You put your car on this flatbed thing, ferry, and it hops you right across the island. It doesn't take that long to get across there. And it's small. Chappaquiddick is not that big, so you can cover it in a matter of like no time at all. And I actually noticed that the bridge where this incident happened with Kennedy and the lady drowned, God rest her soul, it's just horrific how that went down. The bridge was completely different. And I asked, I don't know what you call them, rangers or whatever you call them, I said, "What happened to the original bridge?" He said, we had to basically take it down and built a new bridge because people were taking pieces of the bridge for souvenirs. It never would occur to me to do something like that. That's so weird. So they had to rebuild the whole thing. There's so much more information. All you have to do is just research it, and you'll find some really cool things. A lot of the Wampanoag Indians have made their living off of whaling, the whaling industry. And Aquina is absolutely gorgeous. The cliffs are these multicolored, it's like super hard clay. It's really cool. It's beautiful. When I was there with my friend, it's advisable that I was going to walk the beach that we were on. Philbin Beach is the name of the beach I was going to walk on. Now I had seen it on my computer. So I'm like, I like to challenge my body. So I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the distance from where you start all the way to the, Aquina, the cliffs. And then I'm going to come back around. Come back. That's not that long of a distance. The hell it ain't. On your computer, it looks like a short distance. When you see it in real life, you're like, oh, that's a heck of a walk. I did it. I'm very proud of myself because you will exercise your legs and your glutes. It just works your body because you're walking through sand. And I didn't know this, okay? My uncle lived there, and his mom, which was my grandma, she lived there until she passed away. But and he relocated off the island. He no longer lives on the island, but I'm sure his goal is to go back to the island. So I'm walking, I'm doing this long walk, and I'm starting to see this guy that I think has on beige swim trunks. They weren't beige swim trunks. He was in his birthday suit. And I looked, and then I did a double take, like, what the hell? Yeah. And there was another lady. She was partially dressed. She had on a bra and a swim bottoms, and I'm just like, okay, interesting. So, make mental note, interesting. And so I kept walking because I'm trying to reach this goal, right, to get to the cliffs. And when I got to my goal, I saw something out. There was this huge rock in the ocean. And I'm like, either I'm losing my mind or there was an animal on there. And I said, hi, baby. It was a huge seal. He was freaking huge. And he just kind of raised up his head like, hey, what's up? So I was just so tickled by that. He knew he wasn't threatened by me. He didn't feel threatened. He was way out there and I was on the beach. So he wouldn't worry about me. And so I came back around and what happened? Dude that was wearing beige shorts, which is really his swim birthday suit, the suit he was born in, if you know what I mean. He was covered when I came back around. But anyway, oh my God. So I came back and I saw a photographer with his tripod, professional type camera and everything. I said, I don't know if he's still there, but if you go to the edge of the cliffs and you look out, there was a huge seal out on the rocks and that would be a perfect photo opportunity. So he was like, oh, okay, cool. I saw pieces of, what is it called? It's purple seashell. And I've got some jewelry. I wish I had more. What is that called? Oh gosh, what's that called? Let me see. I want to say, what is that jewelry called? It's seashells. That's purple and white and so freaking pretty. Well, that's going to drive me crazy, right? I want to say it's called, what is it called? Let me see. I can't have an issue. Purple and white striations and patterns on the inside of the shell. Right, but what is the name of the shell? I want to say it's called, man, I can't think of it. Wampum. There we go. Wampum. 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 And stop this because you're getting in my way here. It's a quahog. I'm not sure how you say that. Shell. It's a hard-shelled clam. And the purple and white striations and patterns on the inside of the shell are created by minerals in the mud where the quahogs are dug. The Wampanoag people were the original inhabitants of the island. They would carve pieces of shell into beads for belts and other adornments, often to signify an important event, to give as a gift, or to tell a story. So I have some jewelry that is wampum, and I was trying to collect as much wampum as I could find on the beach. So yeah, it's real pretty. It's purple and white, and it's just beautiful. Um, there is a diner. If you ever go there, there's a diner called Arts Diner, A-R-T, Arts Diner. Honey, let me explain something to you. Okay? Let me explain you something. It's a hole-in-the-wall restaurant. That food will knock you out. It is so good. It is so freaking good. We were there for several days, and my friend memorized their schedule and knew exactly when they were open because his favorite things were what? Eggs Benedict and what's the other thing? Banana pancakes. Those were his two favorite things. I liked the bacon, which I prefer turkey, but most places don't have turkey bacon. Bacon, toast, and fried potatoes, like home fries, like home style with onions and seasoning. And oh, there's no words. I mean, it's like Northeast, but it tastes like Southern down home cooking. It is so freaking good. So yeah, he memorized their schedule, and I was laughing at him because I was remember saying, "Let's go this one day." He goes, "They're not open today," and I said, "Oh, you know their schedule?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Wow, you were ate up," but the food is phenomenal, phenomenal. So wampum was a first and foremost an essential part of Wampanoag history. And so you will find stores there that will sell jewelry that's wampum. It's a very soft and porous material, making it incredibly difficult to work with. I did not know that either. Wampum beads are historically the most important and popular form the material takes on, but I prefer to make cabochons. Cabochons are basically like a set in a like a square type setting. Usually the stone will sit in a square type setting. You know me, I'm into all that crap. One guy said, "I've had hundreds of pieces break on me. Lots of intricate feathers I've made will just snap in half if there's a hairline fracture that I didn't notice while carving. This material is not forgiving." It's beautiful because it's not something I've ever seen before. And I'm originally from the East Coast, and I've not seen that purple and white stone. And it is just freaking gorgeous. I love the island. The beauty is unreal. Edgartown is cute as a button because I got a thing for lighthouses, and there's like this huge lighthouse right near the shoreline, and it's so pretty. It was so funny. Me and my friend went to a movie in Edgartown, and y'all probably remember the name. I don't, but it's like a horror movie, but it was almost like it was made with a home video type of deal. And I didn't know that that wasn't real. So I'm telling him, because I'm blonde, right? I'm telling him as we're leaving, I'm like, because it's set up like documentary style. I got a piece of hair that's driving me absolutely insane. I don't know where it's at. There it is. Okay. Anyway, I said, we were leaving the movie. I want to say it's the something project. I can't remember what it's called. But it looks like a documentary style. And so when we're leaving the movie theater, I said, "That's real. That's real." He's like, "No, it's not." "Yes, it is." He's like, "No, it's not. It's filmed to make it look like it's a documentary, but it actually isn't." Okay. Oh, what was the name of that? Quit that. quit. Film like a documentary. I want to say, is it Blair Witch Project? There it is. I swear I thought it was real. A 1999 film used unknown actors as its trio of faux documentary filmmakers who got lost and eventually vanished in the Maryland woods while searching for the titular Blair Witch. Yeah, Blair Witch Project. I thought that was real. I'm arguing with him. He's like, it's not real. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Oh, it looks real. Quit laughing, y'all. It's not funny. So anyway, I do suggest that if you visit Martha's Vineyard, that you go. You need to be prepared. In the summer, it is wall to wall, elbow to elbow people everywhere because everyone descends on the island. I advise you to learn the bus system or get a hotel that's not too far from the beach if you're going to be in the beach every day or whatever, because that's my favorite thing to do. And you don't want to drive. Even if you drove there, baby, I'm telling you, you do not want to drive your car in the summer to the beach. You will not find parking. It's wall-to-wall people like sardines in a can. So your best bet, when you find parking at your hotel, you either walk to the beach or figure out the bus system. Do some research on the bus system and where to pick it up. The people at the hotel will be more than happy to tell you how to do all that and all the information relating to that. There's a pizza place that's not too far from the beach, and they are off the chain. People are really nice. The beauty is unbelievable. And if you can handle it being, what's the word? Seasonal. Because in the summer, it's going to be maniacal. People everywhere. Everywhere. You're going to do a lot. You should do a lot of walking or take a bus or rent a bike or something, because I'm telling you right now, parking is just absolutely ridiculous in the summertime. So I took the bus. I stayed at my grandma's house at one point, but I also took the bus wherever because she told me how to get around. So that's what I did. And I think my uncle came and picked me up later that evening or something. I can't remember, but I was paranoid because my first time swimming in the ocean in a long time. Every time I heard a splash, I was like, what's that? What's that? I was freaking out. So I came back and my friends were teasing me. They're like, you're so paranoid? I said, yeah, you know why? Because I didn't want to be shark food. And a lot of the sharks are not too far from where I was at. They're not too far from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, because that's where their chief food is, seals. Martha's Vineyard is not too far from Cape Cod. I'm not trying to look. I like my limbs where they're at. My arms and legs, I like where they're at. So I'd rather be paranoid and have my arms and legs where they're supposed to be than be overconfident and now I'm dead. See what I'm saying? Or close to being dead or something. Let's just not do any of that. So anyway, yeah, Martha's Vineyard is a beautiful, beautiful place. There's quaint little shops and diners, restaurants, and all kinds of things. It is, like I said, it is seasonal. So in the wintertime, a lot of places are closed. Some places remain open year round. And like I said, wherever you stay, whoever you stay with, hotel people, whoever, family, whoever you go visit, they will be more than happy to tell you, what places are open, where you could go shopping, the best places to go. Off season, you can park and go anywhere you want to without any worries because it's off season. So the majority of the people are no longer there, which is kind of cool. To be honest with you, it's kind of cool. So yeah, anyway, I just want to do something a little different. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you ever get the opportunity to go there, please go visit. You will be very happy that you went. It's kind of funny because I'm kind of super low maintenance. So if you take me to the beach, I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay. But the young people, they're like bored to death. People that their families are from there and they're just like, oh God, like me and my friend went to the restaurant one night and I said, do you like it here? He's like, Not really. I'm kind of bored. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, yeah. I just want to spread my wings and go. I said, well, what do you want to do? He said, I want to backpack across Europe or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's young, right? So he's adventurous and he wants to just go. Uh, like I said, I'm in love with the ocean. So you take me to the ocean. I have something to eat, something to drink, restroom not too far nearby. I've got a lounge chair to sit in or something like that because it's going to be more comfortable than sitting on a blanket, right? And if I had a kayak, oh, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Like the Italians say, forget about it. It would be a blast. A freaking blast. So, anyway, you guys take care. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time.